Hello, everybody, and welcome to Channel 13's High School Basketball Game of the Week, our first game of the 2013-14 season. We're at Henry Clay High School for the game between the Henry Clay Lady Blue Devils and the Lafayette Lady Generals. Lafayette brings a record of 8-1, coached by Allison Denton, while Henry Clay brings a record of 4-8 into the game. They're coached by Eric Sanford. I'm Dick Simpson, and joining me again this year, Mike Fannin. And Mike, good to be working with you again. Yeah. And our first game this year, Lafayette Henry Clay Girls Game of the Week.
Yeah, it should be a good one, Dick. Again, Lafayette, a very experienced team. They're 8-1 this year. They're coming off, they were regional runners-up last year, losing to Madison Central in the finals of the 11th region. They've got their eyes on winning this region this year, and they are a very, very talented team. Like you said, they're 8-1 so far. Henry Clay, they're coming into the year right now. They're 4-8, a little bit deceiving. They've played some really tough teams. They've played some really tough teams up in the 9th region here recently. They've lost 5 games by 5 points or less, so they've been in just about every one of their games. It's just going to be interesting to see how these two teams match up tonight.
It is. Lafayette, in looking at the matchups, has great size down low.
Oh yes, they with Ashanti Thomas, 6'4". I mean, man, that's for girls basketball. I mean, that's tough to defend, and it's going to be interesting to see how Henry Clay defends that tonight. Are they going to front her? Are they going to double team her? Play a little zone? We'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, she's going to be tough to defend down low.
And then complimenting her down low, you have Dee Givens and Sarah Cooley, and both go over 6 feet, so a big front line.
Yes, they are. Lafayette definitely has height. They definitely have height.
And currently, depending on what ranking you look at, 5 or 6 in the state, the highest ranking ever under Coach Denton.
Yeah, I checked that this afternoon in the paper before coming over here, and they were ranked 6th in the state, and that's got to be one of I think the highest they've been since Coach Denton's been at Lafayette. So that's a great accomplishment on their part.
The starters for Henry Clay will have number 2, Jasmine Richmond, number 21, Kiki Joyce, number 25, and that is Kerrigan Davis, 33, Hannah Young, and 32, Ari Porter. And for Lafayette, number 3, Dee Givens, 15, Megumi Nagahiro, 21, Kenyale Demas, 23, Sarah Cooley, and 32, Ashanti Thomas. And we are underway between Henry Clay and Lafayette.
Yeah, Lafayette starting 3 seniors. They've definitely got some experience.
Nagahiro, the point guard, one of those seniors. The backcourt are both seniors. Kenyale Demas, 21. Sarah Cooley down low, the 3rd senior.
Henry Clay coming out in zone like a little 1-2-2.
Cooley, first shot of the game.
That's a tough shot.
So Lafayette scores first. Kerrigan Davis wears 25.
Like Lafayette's going to come out in a little 2-3.
Cooley got a hand on it. Will remain Henry Clay ball.
And that zone with Lafayette's length, Dick, makes it really, really tough on opposing teams. I mean, they are long.
They are indeed. And it will go to Lafayette. And I'm sure the Henry Clay inside players are well aware of the height, and it will be interesting to see as the game progresses how that length affects shots down low.
Well, Lafayette, you got Dee Givens out on the top on the zone. I mean, that's really tough to defend also.
Cooley's second shot rolls out.
Again, has a nice pass in there by Givens, just didn't finish there.
Givens has grown quite a bit since last year, Mike, and a very athletic 6-footer for Lafayette.
Yeah, I don't know how much from last year, but it's a lot.
Yeah. Just a junior, number 3, inbounding the ball for Lafayette. Nagahiro, steady point guard for the Generals. Steps called on Demas.
Just got in a little bit of a hurry there. We're going to start getting in the time of the year, Dick, where we're going to get a lot of city games coming up here. We're really going to find out probably the next 2 or 3 weeks kind of where everybody stands.
Yes. Davis misses. And it will be Lafayette basketball. You're right. This is the first of like 3 or 4 city games in a row for Lafayette. And as we said, 8-1 coming in. Had a nice trip out to California, Mike, over the winter break.
It'd be really nice right now.
San Diego, California sounds real good right about now. Turnover gives it back to Henry Clay. So inbounding will be Ari Porter, 32. Porter, a 5'11 senior.
That's nice ball movement there by Henry Clay for the shot. Just didn't finish, but nice inside out.
Picked up by Demas. Out here to Givens, a 3, short. And Lafayette will retain possession.
See how Henry Clay defends a lot of these inbounds to not enter their basket with Thomas.
Thomas, 6'4", towers over everybody for Henry Clay.
Now that makes it really easy when you can just basically lob it up there to her.
Givens trip going for the ball.
Yeah, did a nice job following her shot. You know, kind of like the weather outside, Dick. Both teams a little cold starting off.
They are. Yes, they are. We played a little over 2 minutes, still 2-0 in favor of Lafayette. Cooley cut off, back to Givens. And the rebound is picked up by Hannah Young. Out here to Joyce. Ari Porter, it won't go down. Henry Clay will keep it.
Now, Porter did a nice job staying with it. They're just having a hard time finishing right now.
Richmond pulls up, blocked away by Thomas. Back out to Joyce. Kiki, number 21 for Henry Clay. Richmond travels. Well, you know, Mike, it's freezing outside, but it's pretty cold in this gym tonight. I mean, you talked about the shooting. I'm not talking about the shooting. They could ramp up the heat a little bit more for my liking. Kiara Pinkins in for Lafayette. Good-looking freshman for the Lady Generals. She wears 22. Got a significant amount of playing time as an 8th grader last year.
Yeah, really nice player for a freshman. Yeah, nice double down there by Henry Clay. Really good defense.
Yep, taken away by Kennedy Coney, number 4, into the game. Yeah, they're surrounding Thomas every time she touches the ball here in the early going. Porter, and she throws it away. Picked up by Nagahiro, finds Cooley, and Cooley lays it in and is fouled on the play.
Yeah, nice pass and a nice finish there by Cooley.
Cooley has all 4 Lafayette points, a nice assist from Nagahiro. Checking in for the Lady Blue Devils is Kamari Boyd, a 5'8 senior.
Dick, I think one of the things Henry Clay might have to do tonight is just try to beat Lafayette down the floor. You know, if you let them get that zone set up on you, it's going to be tough to score. They would probably like to get some buckets off a transition.
Yeah, I agree, because, again, we touched on it, the length of Lafayette, even with Pankins in the game. Pankins goes about 5'9". Yep. Into Young. And a nice rebound by Thomas.
Again, good look.
Demas. It won't go. Henry Clay basketball.
And Henry Clay getting some pretty good shots.
Yes, they are.
I mean, they're 0 of 6.
0 of 6 from the field. Lafayette 2 of 7. We're very thankful to have WL Stats assisting us this year. Stolen away by Demas. Demas has been on the varsity since her freshman year. Very veteran player. Pankins a 3, and it goes. And Lafayette off to a terrific start, Mike Fannin. They're up 7-0.
Yeah, nice 3 there from the freshman coming off the bench. That's just sweet when you can have a freshman of her, status coming off there, hitting a 3 right off the bench. That's nice. But again, Henry Clay's gotten some good looks in the first quarter here, Dick. They just have not finished. But it's so hard going up against the zone tonight. Even when you penetrate against Thomas, I mean, she's going to be there waiting. I mean, this might be one of those games where an 8-footer is better than a 5-footer, because the deeper you get in there, it's going to be tough to get over her.
And she, and as we touched on, not a lot of great size for Henry Clay. Hannah Young, their tallest player on the floor, goes 6 feet. She's a senior. And then really you got 4 guards out there.
Yep.
Livers passes up the shot. And a traveling on the play called against Coney, number 4.
Henry Clay going to pick up a little bit on their pressure. Maybe go a little 1-2-2, 3-quarter court here.
Got to change something up. Pankins.
Nice assist.
And yes, Pankins the assist to Thomas. And Lafayette pitching a shutout here through the first 5 minutes of the game.
It was just good fundamental basketball there. Drawing the defense, then passing it off.
Oh, a nice play and a foul, and a basket counts for number 10, Kiki Livers.
Henry Clay needed that one bad.
Make that Talea Livers. It's Kiki Joyce. Number 10, Talea Livers, at the line for a 3-point play. So Henry Clay into the scoring column. Quickly the other way is Pankins. And she's fouled by Young.
Yeah, Henry Clay just went to sleep a little bit there on the free throw, letting Lafayette beat them back down the floor.
So, Mike, the freshman Pankins making her presence felt real quick here since she checked into the game.
Nice player. Bright future.
Nice form on the free throw. 10-2 lead for Lafayette. 2:42 left here in the first quarter. Nice looking form. Very deliberate at the line. That's what you want, Mike.
Yep. Yeah, she looked really good at the line there.
11-2, Lafayette lead. Livers hits another one.
It's nice. Again, pulled up there just below the free throw line.
So Livers has scored the last 4 for Henry Clay. Good defense, Lady Blue Devils. Demas picked up by Cooley. And she's fouled, and the basket counts. And again, the size of Lafayette really paying dividends here.
I think I've watched Cooley play for quite a while. She always seems to be around the ball. I mean, she always seems to get the loose balls, and she's strong. She can finish the play.
Young, 33, takes a seat on the Henry Clay bench, I think, with 2 fouls. 2 early fouls, and now Cooley at the line for a 3-point play. Already 6 in the game. Make it 7. Great start for Lafayette here. Joyce in the corner to Coney. Back to Livers. Coney baseline. And again, Livers doing a good job challenging the Lafayette inside players.
Yeah, again, good ball movement there by Henry Clay at getting the foul.
So Livers back at the line.
Again, if you're Henry Clay, that's what you're trying to do tonight. You're going to try to draw some fouls on Thomas.
Yes. Our first look at Thomas this year, but you know, the story on her last year was a great shot blocker. And, you know, she was one of those shot blockers, Mike, that was able to keep it in play.
Yep. Yeah, I saw her play a few times last year. You're right. I was impressed that she was able to block shots a lot, but not foul.
Yeah. Livers for the second free throw. But good on both, so good form shown by Livers. She has all 6 of Henry Clay's points. 14-6 Lafayette lead with a minute 45 to go in the first quarter. Cooley, nice move, off the glass for 2. You talk about fundamentals, Mike.
Oh, that was really nice. I mean, you concentrate so much on Thomas, so you let Cooley get it in there on the block. She's gonna hurt you.
And she has hurt Henry Clay in this.
And she knows what to do with it when she gets it. I mean,
yeah,
very good with the ball.
9 points here in the opening quarter. Blocked by Givens, who's checked back in. Givens wears number 3. Stolen away by Kiki Joyce.
Nice layup by Joyce. Nice steal and a good big basket for Henry Clay, knocking it under 10.
And that's the kind of game Henry Clay wants to get into. Force turnovers. Get out on the break. Leads at 8 with 37 seconds to go. Pankins, short. And Pankins with the foul.
Yeah, nice box out by Boyd.
So in the lineup for Henry Clay, we have Kennedy Coney wearing number 4. Number 10 is Kiki Livers, or make that Talea Livers. 15. Or Kamari Boyd. Nikisha Green wears 22. She's into the game. And Kiki Joyce 21.
Henry Clay going to go for 1 here. Try to take a shot with about 4 or 5 seconds.
Tough shot. And a foul on the last second gank, I think, against Thomas.
If that is, that was a big foul.
I think number 2 on Thomas.
Yep. Yeah, that's 2 on her. That was a big foul.
Nikisha Green at the line for 2. And she makes both. So nice job by Green.
Both teams shooting free throws really well. Henry Clay 4 or 5, Lafayette 3 or 4. That was a big little turnaround right there for Henry Clay. Again, cut it to 6. You get the second foul on Thomas. Then let's see if Coach Denton's going to sit her for the rest of the half and how Henry Clay adjusted that. But really impressed with Cooley. I mean, she's a nice player. I mean, if you put so much focus on Thomas only took 1 shot in the first quarter.
Yeah, you're right. And Cooley probably a bit more skilled on the offensive end at this point in their respective careers. But also, Kiara Pankins, 5 off the bench. Pankins and Cooley, 14 of the 16 Lafayette points.
Yeah, Lafayette shot it well, 6 of 12 in the quarter. Again, Henry Clay only 3 of 12. You kind of had the feeling Henry Clay was really down big, but they're only down 6.
I know.
For as poorly as they shot the ball. I think Coach Sanford's probably pretty happy where he is right now.
Yep, I agree. And they got Thomas on the bench with 2 fouls. So and they have the basketball to start the second quarter.
Yeah, Lafayette moves Cooley to the middle on the zone. Going back to the 2-3, they were playing kind of a flat 3-2 there for a while in the first quarter.
Livers, number 10, gave Henry Clay great play here in that first quarter. She leads Henry Clay with 6. Good offensive rebounding by Henry Clay. Livers misses. Pankins chases it down, and she's called for traveling.
Good hustle there by Henry Clay. And, again, that's having Thomas on the bench for Lafayette. That's 3 offensive rebounds. Henry Clay got boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Probably wouldn't have gotten that with Thomas in there.
You're right. Jasmine Richmond back into the game for Henry Clay. She wears number 2. Turnover. Gives it to Lafayette. Pankins. And she turns it back over.
Yep.
So Henry Clay, Boyd will put it into play. Kamari Boyd, 15. Richmond wears number 2. Over here to Livers.
Yeah, for Henry Clay, you're just trying to attack the gaps here. Make 2 played 1. Get good ball rotation.
Richmond forced the shot but draws the foul.
Yeah, got away with one there. Probably not the best shot, but Ian drew a foul.
And that's 2 on Pankins. And we should remind viewers, Mike, that even though Henry Clay is 4-8 coming in, they have been competitive in most of their games. I think you mentioned in 5 of the games, 5 points or less.
Yeah, they've lost some tough ones.
Against some good competition.
Yep.
Richmond hit the first free throw. Henry Clay shooting free throws well. Nice rotation. Missed that one. Nice rebound, Livers. Taken away by Givens. Givens travels.
Yeah, last couple of possessions, Lafayette been a little sloppy with the ball.
Trying to rush things maybe a bit. Into the game for Lafayette is Sherlisa Demas, a 5'6" senior. And in for Henry Clay, 25, Kerrigan Davis, 5'7" junior. Davis wearing 25. Coney back to Livers. Richmond off the dribble, short. Davis won't go.
4 shots with Henry Clay. Really hustling. They're going to get just didn't finish there.
Great board work by number 22, Nikisha Green.
6 shots.
6 shots on that sequence. The lead cut to 3. Great play by Henry Clay, especially Nikisha Green, number 22, who finally finished off the basket. Pankins fouled by Davis. So, Mike, once Thomas took a seat on the bench, Henry Clay's got new life.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That does give him new life inside. I mean, it's obvious on the offensive rebounds what a difference it is.
Nikisha Green goes 5'11", the tallest player for Henry Clay on the floor. Demas hits a 3 from downtown.
That was, yes.
Man, that was out from New Circle Road.
That was very downtown. The big bucket there for Lafayette.
Oh, yes, very timely three-pointer. 19-13, Lafayette lead.
And this is a good learning experience for Lafayette. I mean, there are going to be times where Thomas might get in foul trouble. You're going to have to learn to play without her.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm sure Coach Denton doesn't want that, but
Yeah.
if you're a basketball coach, you got to be prepared for that. I'm sure she is.
And she has the players that really can make up for it. Demas again, hits again.
Well, that was a tough shot, too, going to her left.
The senior, the last 5 points for Lafayette, pushes the lead back to 8. 21-13. Davis gets loose. Nice box out by Demas.
Yeah, it was. Very nice box out.
Turnover, Henry Clay. Coney with the steal. Oh, but Nagahiro comes back.
Yeah, good hustle on both teams there.
Intensity beginning to amp up just a little, Mike, as you would expect in a city game.
Yeah, they're getting on the floor and getting after it.
D. Givens heading to the locker room, or to be attended by one of the athletic trainers on site. Sherlisa Demas knocked away and stolen away by Henry Clay. A near steal. Good play by Richmond.
Again, this makes a big difference on these out-of-bounds plays with Thomas not in the game.
Nagahiro pulls it back out for Lafayette. 4:25 to go in the first half.
Henry Clay going back again to the 2-3.
Sherlisa Demas cut off. Back to Nagahiro. Demas from the outside. Rolls out. Nice rebound. Taken down by number 22, Nakisha Green.
Yeah, that was a really nice box out there by Green.
She played a lot in the JV game earlier. Livers misses.
That's a tough shot.
Yep. Richmond won't go. And it will go to Henry Clay. Givens going to check back in here pretty soon as she comes back to the Lafayette bench. Davis hits.
It's a nice job of getting inside there by Henry Clay. Davis with a nice runner. Davis
cuts the lead to 6, 21-15. There's pressure causing problems for Lafayette. Livers lays it in.
Yeah, the press, the little 1-2-2 kind of three-quarters, giving Lafayette a little bit of trouble, gotten them out of their game a little bit.
Another turnover. Richmond picks up the loose ball. Henry Clay trails by 4, 3:20 to play.
He has a nice job by Richmond there bringing it out when he didn't have the numbers.
And Kerrigan Davis draws the foul on Cooley. And that'll be 2 on Cooley.
Now, Davis does a nice job for Henry Clay when she gets the ball inside. She's going to take it strong to the basket.
Kerrigan Davis, 5'7" junior. Henry Clay continues to shoot their free throws well, 6 of 8. Kamari Boyd checks in for Henry Clay, number 15. Livers takes a well-earned rest on the Henry Clay bench. And Ari Porter back in for the Lady Blue Devils. Davis hits both. And also into the game, Kiki Joyce, 21.
Henry Clay's going to stick with the pressure.
It's working, Mike. They've cut it to 2 now.
Yeah, they're coming up here and trying to get the trap right at half court.
Okay, thank you.
As Demas misses the shot, Givens throws one up. Pankins battling.
Well, Coach Sanford, I got to talk to him a little bit before the game, said they wanted to try to speed the game up a little bit, and I think they've succeeded in that. I mean, Lafayette's turned it over 2 or 3 times here in this quarter, and Henry Clay's right back in it. I mean, but it's turned a little bit when Thomas got her second foul. I mean, that was a big play.
Yeah, 10 turnovers for Lafayette, 7 for Henry Clay.
Yeah, Coach Dent can't be happy with the 10 turnovers. That's going to be unacceptable for her. But again, give credit to Henry Clay's defense. They're scrappy and they're getting after it.
And that's Henry Clay's game. I mean, they're not a big team, but they got to play scrappy.
Yep.
They got to turn people over. And we saw that a year ago, a very scrappy bunch. No quit in them. They're going to come at you, for the entire 32 minutes. And right now they're staying in the game despite shooting only 21% from the field, while Lafayette shooting 47%. They can tie it or take the lead on this trip.
And they're showing good patience, running the cutter through on the baseline and get the foul.
Coney fouled by Demas, Sherlisa. And to the line will be Kennedy Coney, a 5'5" junior.
Again, it's a pretty simple play, just bringing your opposite wing on the baseline, getting a baseline screen.
Coney now a chance to cut the Lafayette lead to 1. Looked much better on that free throw. So it's a 1-point Lafayette lead, 21-20. D. Givens has been really quiet tonight. Nagahiro having problems, throws it away. And now Henry Clay can take the lead here. A look down in here, back out to Coney, misses the shot, picked up by Sherlisa Demas, pushing the pace.
Again, good execution by Henry Clay going inside out, just not able to finish the shot there. They're getting good looks. Trying to see right now for Lafayette who kind of wants the ball and take charge. I'd like to see to get it maybe in Cooley's hands a little bit more here.
Nagahiro won't go down. Harry Porter with the rebound. Cooley shut out in the second quarter after scoring 9 in the opening stanza. And now Henry Clay with the ball, down 1, 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Coney travels. Kenyo Damas into the game for Lafayette, replacing Nagahiro, and back in for Henry Clay to Leah Livers.
Big minute here for Henry Clay. Not shot it well, but you're only down 1.
Good catch, Cooley. Picked up by Givens. Demas had a notion, pulls it back with a minute to go. Sherlisa Demas, 13 with it, over to Penkins. Steps called on Demas, so another turnover, gives it back to Henry Clay.
And both teams showing pretty good patience against the zone. It's just right now neither one's able to finish very well.
Yeah. All right, 45 seconds to play. Walking it up the floor is Kiki Joyce.
Let's see if Henry Clay might play for 1 here.
Looks like it. .30 seconds to go in the first half. Henry Clay has trailed from the outset. We're now at 20 seconds. 15 seconds to go. Livers, 10 seconds. I'll make that Joyce. Richmond pulls up for the shot, doesn't go down. Gibbons with the rebound. And the first half comes to a close. A good second quarter for Henry Clay. Lafayette leads going into halftime, Mike Fannin, 21-20.
Yeah, good quarter for Henry Clay. Again, right back in the game, only down 1. Be interesting to see what happens in the third quarter when Thomas comes back in for Lafayette, see how Henry Clay handles that. But again, good quarter.
Yep, so we have a tight game. We'll be back with the third quarter in just a moment. 21-20 here at halftime. Mike Fannin, we have a good ball game in progress. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, Henry Clay only shot 20% for the half and only down 1. That's a pretty amazing stat. They held Lafayette to 5 points in the second quarter, but it was kind of a tale of 2 quarters. You know, Thomas gets that second foul right at the last second in the first quarter, sits out the whole second quarter. Henry Clay outscores Lafayette 10-5, and they're right in the game. Lafayette turned it over 8 times in the quarter, 12 for the first half. I know Coach Denton couldn't be happy with that. But if you're Coach Sanford, man, you got to be feeling pretty good right now. You know, they're only down 1 point and shooting at 20%. but it's what they're going to have to do is see how they do attacking with Thomas back in the game. That's going to be, again, the big key. And how does Lafayette deal with Henry Clay's pressure? Because it really bothered them in there in that second quarter.
And here's another stat, Mike, that is quite surprising. Henry Clay out-rebounding Lafayette, 22-16, 14 offensive rebounds for the Lady Blue Devils.
Yeah, as we was talking about at halftime, I think 10 of those were on 2 possessions. And on 1 possession, they had 6.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, well, you can just – the viewers can tell the difference in the 2 quarters with Thomas on the bench for Lafayette.
Yeah, Nakisha Green came off the bench to get 6 rebounds, 5 offensive, and she was involved in that one sequence where I think they got 6 or 7 shots at it. So Henry Clay now with the basketball, another chance to take the lead. They trail by 1 entering the third quarter.
And Lafayette going back to the 2-3. Let's see if Henry Clay tries to attack Thomas here and get a quick third on her.
All right, this is number 21, Kiki Joyce, over here to Jasmine Richmond. A little runner off the glass for 2.
Nice drive.
And Henry Clay takes their first lead of the game, 22-21 over the 5th-ranked team in the state of Kentucky.
And they're sticking with their little 1-2-2 trap.
Thomas loses the basketball, picked up by Henry Clay. Kiki Joyce, 21, running the attack for the Lady Blue Devils. Looking at this 2-3 zone of Lafayette.
And Henry Clay trying to run the high ball screen.
Deep in the corner, blocked by Pankins.
Yeah, nice block there.
Pankins starting the second half. Came off the bench to give Lafayette a lift in the first half, especially that first quarter. Back to Joyce. Richmond into the lane again. Steps called this time. Yeah. So it'll be Lafayette's basketball, trailing for the first time here by 1. Just in the early moments of the second half. Henry Clay, Lafayette, Channel 13's high school basketball game of the week. Hankins fouled by Porter.
A lot better job there by Lafayette that time, attacking the gaps on the half-court press.
Givens to trigger it in. Demas left open. Misses the 3. Good rebound, Pankins. Thomas scores for Lafayette.
Well, it didn't take long for her presence to be felt in there on the offensive glass.
Foul on the other end quickly.
Again, Joyce doing a nice job there, getting the ball down quick.
Foul was on Kenyale Demas. Kiki Joyce at the line. Henry Clay shooting their free throws well.
Yeah,
9 of 12.
Yeah, they've shot them well. Both teams have.
Knocks down both. And Henry Clay back on top now, 24-23. Hankins takes the baseline, left-handed runner. Thomas back to Cooley. Cooley cut off.
Henry Clay doing a really nice job of double downing there in the paint.
Cooley picks up the offensive board. Now Lafayette beginning to hit the offensive glass.
Yeah, that's nice hustle there by Lafayette.
Demas misses the 3. Picked up by Givens. 6 minutes to go as Demas resets things for Lafayette. Hankins another 3. Rolls out. Kerrigan Davis takes down the rebound.
It looked good all the way.
It did. So a good trip for Lafayette. Good offensive board work. Comes up empty, though, in the scoring column. Hannah Young back in. Oh, another 3 for Henry Clay.
Take it on the bank.
Take it any way you can get it.
Yeah.
7 in the game for Davis.
Now Henry Clay's opened up a 4-point lead. Lafayette really needs a basket here.
Sure do. Into Thomas. Young guarding her, Young fouling her. Got her hands extended, Mike. She has 3 now.
Yeah, Lafayette needs to do more of that. Thomas needs to touch the ball a few more times, get some shots.
Yeah, because there's a matchup problem down low. Ari Porter checks out of the game, and checking in is Nikisha Green. Into Thomas. Good move. Fouled, and she will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, nice job again by Lafayette getting into Thomas.
Foul is on Green, number 22, her first. And at the line, Ashante Thomas. 4 points, 5 rebounds tonight. And back into the game for Henry Clay, number 10, Talia Livers, and taking a seat is Hannah Young. Thomas misses both. Quickly up is Henry Clay. Richmond. And rebound Thomas.
Well, that's a nice shot. I mean, right over Thomas.
Givens over to Pankins. Gets the baseline and draws the foul.
Yeah, nice job there by Pankins, driving it to the basket.
And the foul is on Green once again. So Green picks up 2 quick ones for Henry Clay. Oh, man. Automatic. Pankins. Don't know what her average is on the year, but 3 of 3 tonight, looking to go 4 of 4. Rolls out, and it happens every time.
Never fails.
Never fails. 3-point lead for Henry Clay. Richmond on the attack. I really like Henry Clay's offensive aggressiveness, Mike.
Yeah, they're bringing it down quick at times and beating Lafayette down the floor.
Richmond. Livers. Misses. Nice box out by Pankins.
Yeah, real nice box out there.
And this is Demas. Richmond doing a good job guarding Thomas down low. Givens fouled on the 3.
Yep.
Richmond picks up the personal. And D. Givens will go to the line. 4:15 to go here in the third quarter, and D. Givens scoreless tonight, Mike Fannin. 6 rebounds, however. Kind of rushed that one.
Yeah, it would really help Thomas out inside if somebody from Lafayette could hit a 3, open it up.
Yeah. Givens hits the second. Into the game for Henry Clay, Kennedy Coney. Out comes Jasmine Richmond. Chance to cut the Henry Clay lead to 1, and she does. Gets to a 3. Kiki Joyce with the ball.
And Lafayette playing that kind of a flat 3-2. Cooley and Thomas on the blocks. Henry Clay going to be patient.
Davis. High-low action. Blocked by Thomas.
Well, that's a nice entry pass there by Henry Clay. Good block there by Thomas.
Oh, my. Givens throws one up. Fouled on the play.
Yeah, that was a really big swing there.
Man, it was. Foul is on Joyce. And D. Givens back to the line. So Givens now 4 quick points for Lafayette. And Lafayette back on top by 1. Make it 2. So D. Givens has come to life here in the last few minutes. She now has 5 in the game. 2-point Lafayette lead.
Now Lafayette's going to go back to their 2-3. Coach Denton mixing it up a little bit.
Coney. Livers pulls up, misses, rebound Pankins.
Thomas didn't block it, but she sure did have an impact on that shot.
Turnover gives it back to Henry Clay. So again, Mike, Henry Clay lacking in size, but not for quickness. Livers, number 4, Coney in the game, 21. Joyce, very pesky out there.
Yep.
Get their hands on a lot of balls.
Yeah, Lafayette turning up the pressure a little bit, going to trap on the wings and gets the turnover.
Gibbons hot now for Lafayette. Under 3 minutes now to go in the third.
Let's see if Thomas touches the ball on this trip.
Lafayette leading by 2, 29-27. 2:35 to go, third quarter. And a turnover gives it back to Henry Clay, an unforced error.
Got her for a carry.
'15th turnover for Lafayette. Timeout, Eric Sanford with 2:26 to go. So Mike Fannin, the number 5 team in the ranked team in the state, by Cantrell's rating 6 by the AP, getting all they can handle and more from this gritty bunch of Lady Blue Devils.
Yeah, you're right, Dick. They're scrappy. They're hanging right in there. You know, it's a low-scoring game. You know, this is one of those games where every possession is vital. I mean, you're not going to get, you know, if it's a 70, 80-point game, you're going to get a lot of possessions here. I mean, you go on a 6-point run, that's a huge run.
But we see this year in and year out when it comes to these city games, especially when they hit January. You know, it just it's what you see a lot of, and that's why we like it.
Yeah, that's going to be the difference here. Who gets on the run? And, again, a run you score 6 points in a row in this game, it's big.
It's big, yes. Good point. Lafayette is called up to Henry Clay in rebounding. Both teams now at 27 rebounds apiece.
Yeah, Lafayette going to come out and turn the pressure up a little bit.
Davis to Joyce.
Yeah, somebody really needs to hit an outside shot for Henry Clay. But that pressure, Cooley out there, Givens out there on the trap, really tough.
That's the second turnover in a row they've called, and Givens hits again for Lafayette.
Yeah, Givens has really come to life here in this third quarter. She's been the difference.
All 7 of her points have come in this third quarter, and that was after the Henry Clay timeout. So I know Coach Sanford couldn't be pleased with that possession. His team trails by 4. Picked up by Givens. Oh, nice hustle play by Livers. Demas.
Nice rebound.
Coney, number 4, out to Livers. Missed the shot.
Yeah, I just got a little deep there under the basket.
Don't you take another punch in the face, you hear me? Don't you take another one.
31-27 Lafayette. Livers to Coney. Short, rebound Cooley.
Henry Clay been stuck on 27 for a while. They really need a basket here. Again, let's see if Lafayette looks into Thomas.
1 minute to go, third quarter. And what do we have?
Getting pretty physical inside.
Yeah, it is. Kerrigan Davis picks up the foul. Timeout on the floor. Lafayette's Allison Denton. And a fiery competitor is Allison.
Yeah, even though Henry Clay's only down 4, Dick, this is a real dangerous time for them right now. They're only down 4, a minute to go in this quarter. Need to hang in there, not give up an easy bucket on this trip. But just like I said, you get a 6-8 point lead in this game, that's a big lead. You know, when you're talking about 20, 30 points being scored by each team right now. Henry Clay just needs to find a way to get a bucket, whether it's 2 free throws, layup, something. They did a nice job of pushing the ball up the floor the last time, just wasn't able to finish the play. But, yeah, Givens has really come alive for Lafayette here in the third quarter. 7 points, giving them good minutes.
Lafayette, Mike, I like what Allison has done defensively with their team. Been able to get, like we said, a couple of tramps, turning over Henry Clay.
Yeah, they
done a good job mixing up their defenses.
Yeah, they didn't do that much in the first half where they came out on the wings out of their 2-3 or 3-2 and trapped.
Sarah Cooley now looking to get into double figures. She had 9 in the first quarter, scoreless since, but now 10, still leading all scorers in the game. And it's a 5-point lead, so Henry Clay, like you said, Mike, needs to keep in contact here.
Yeah,
good free throws for Cooley, big ones.
Yeah, it's a big trip here for Henry Clay. They need to get a good shot, get fouled, make something positive happen here.
Livers throws it away.
Yeah, that's not what they wanted. They didn't get a shot on that possession.
So now Lafayette up by 6 with the basketball. 50 seconds to go in the third. Nice play by Cooley pulling it out.
Yeah, Demas able to beat the pressure off the dribble.
Pankins looking down low into Thomas.
Nice pass.
Oh,
really
that's pretty.
That's just really good basketball right there. Henry Clay switched on the block-to-block screen. Thomas saw the double team coming, gave it to Cooley.
And another turnover, Henry Clay. They trail by 8 with 20 seconds to go. Richmond checks back in. Lafayette now picking up their game here in the last few minutes. But that was the prettiest offensive sequence of the night.
Yep.
Givens loose again. Rebound Pankins. And Pankins travels with 9 seconds to go.
Yeah, Coach Denton wanting the foul there.
All right, time running out for Henry Clay. Kiki Joyce over to Richmond. Richmond misses the 3, and the third quarter comes to a close. Lafayette has regained the lead. They lead by 8. An outstanding quarter in that for Lafayette, outscoring Henry Clay 14-7.
Yeah, again, nice job by Givens. They getting 7 points in the quarter. Thomas, again, that last little pass assist from her to Cooley, really nice. Those two girls are very hard to guard on the block. And Thomas did a nice job of keeping it up high, not putting it on the floor. And, again, an 8-point lead right now looks pretty big. Henry Clay's just having a hard time scoring right now against Lafayette's zone.
And,
And, again, if you can't, they need to try to do more that they did in the first half of getting some steals off the press. They really it really didn't bother Lafayette as much in that third quarter with their pressure. For Henry Clay, you got to try to score some points any way you can. Off your defense, off your press, again, getting some foul shots. They need something positive here on the offensive end really quick.
Going through individual scoring for Lafayette, 13 in the game for Cooley, 7 for Givens, 6 for Pankins, 5 for Demas, and 4 for Thomas. The Twin Towers down low. Cooley and Thomas a combined 17 points, 11 rebounds. And for Henry Clay, leading them in scoring is number 25, Kerrigan Davis, with 7, 8 for Livers. So those two leading Henry Clay in scoring, and a foul by Ari Porter to start the fourth.
Yeah, Lafayette's not running anything fancy right now. It's just the basic block-to-block screen. Cooley and Thomas. And they're just hard to defend.
Yes.
I mean, they're big, strong girls, and they get it. They know what to do with it.
Cooley misses the free throw, rebound picked up by Porter. So now Henry Clay has to score here, Mike.
Yeah, they need some points. They need something good to happen on this possession.
They have been stuck on 27 for several minutes now. Livers stolen away by Givens. And Livers takes it back.
Nice hustle by Livers.
And it'll be Henry Clay basketball. You gotta like the hustle of Talia Livers.
I think
5'6" sophomore.
Yeah, they switched the call there, Dick.
I thought that's probably what it should have been originally.
I think it was the right call.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think it was the right call.
Good officiating crew here tonight. This is only Lafayette's second game back after their trip to California over the winter break. What a rude homecoming to leave San Diego to come back to this, Mike.
Wow. Yeah. About 80 degrees worth.
About 80 degrees, you're right. Not far. I think San Diego is about the only area of the country not hit by the weather. Thomas at the line. Oh, gets the kind bounce. Shanti Thomas now with 5 to go along with 8 rebounds. Rebound Hannah Young, who's checked back in, number 33. Henry Clay still stuck on 27. And this Lafayette defense is just shutting down passing lanes and good looks all over the floor. Kiki Joyce forces one up. Rebound Cooley out to Givens. And Givens dribbles it off her foot out of bounds. But again, Mike, Lafayette really turning things up on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's been the difference right now, Dick, is their zone. They're just making it really tough on Henry Clay to score.
Kerrigan Davis checks back in.
Yeah, somebody just needs to hit a shot. But it's so hard to shoot over this zone. I mean, it's hard.
Well, especially when you got Givens and Pankins on the wings, and sometimes Cooley out there, and when they're active, very tough. I mean, Givens out front, Mike, creates so many problems. Right there, she forced that when Pankins comes up with a steal. And it's now an 11-point Lafayette lead.
Yeah, Lafayette starting to take control of the game right now. And it's been all because of their defense. They're just not letting Henry Clay breathe on the offensive end. There just hasn't been an answer in the second half, Henry Clay-wise, for Lafayette's zone.
Mike, go on.
No, as I was saying, when you got the height they have, I mean, and the length, I mean, it's tough. And then Coach Denton's, she's using what she has to and you're going to see that. I have a feeling they're going to play. The teams in this district and region this year are going to see Lafayette playing a lot of this year.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can have height and length, and then you can combine that with mobility.
Yes.
And, really going after it mindset-wise. That just makes it even the more tougher. Mike, we have an opportunity next week. We're going to be at Paul Lawrence Dunbar for our first boys game of the year. Henry Clay and Paul Lawrence Dunbar. That should be a great matchup.
It should be a good one. Hopefully we'll have a little warmer conditions, a little better weather. Henry Clay, Dick's not scored since the 7:44 mark of the third quarter.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
So it's been over a quarter.
Wow.
Time-wise for a basket.
And we thank WL Stats for that. That was longer than I thought.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. All right, 6:30 to go in the game. Henry Lafayette comfortably on top by 11. Nagahiro back into the game for the Lady Generals. And a tie-up. Alternate possession will go to Henry Clay. But again, Mike, before they even get into their offense, a near turnover.
Yeah, again, Henry Clay's trying to attack the gaps. It's just hard to get in there. Again, Lafayette turning up that pressure. That's just the kind of shot Henry Clay needs. They need to hit one of those.
Yeah. Turnover gives it back to Henry Clay. Gibbons' 4th turnover of the game. 6 minutes to go. Back out here to Joyce. And good pressure defense by Nagahiro.
Yeah.
Pankins into the game for Kenyale Demas, the freshman for the senior.
Yeah, Nagahiro and Gibbons out here on the top of this zone really makes it tough when they go out and attack.
Boyd trying to post up down low. Richmond throws up a shot, picked up by Cooley. And again, another 4th shot for Henry Clay, but it's about all they're getting. Nagahiro now, 5:30 to go. Pankins looking down low. Lafayette now can afford to be patient. Nice look into Cooley, lays it in.
Yeah, nice pass and a nice catch.
Nagahiro with the assist. It's a 13-point Lafayette lead. Another near turnover as Nagahiro pressuring well out front. Into the game for Henry Clay, Nakisha Green, who had a very good first half. 5 minutes to go. Joyce. Just no open looks. Thomas with the foul.
Yeah, it's just their 3rd team foul. And then they can be aggressive on defense and not put Henry Clay at the line. And that's another thing about playing the zone a lot, Dick, is you tend not to foul as much.
Cooley picks up the personal. 4:40 to go. Again, Henry Clay scoreless in this quarter. We played nearly 4 minutes and really have been scoreless for almost, Mike. It looks like
it's been tough on them. He has a nice drive there.
And that's something Livers has been doing well throughout. Livers leading Henry Clay in scoring with 8, and she'll be at the line for 2.
If you're Henry Clay, this is exactly what you want. You want to try to score points with the clock stopped.
Henry Clay 11 of 14 from the free throw line.
Well, that's the thing. If they can get to the line, they've shot it really well.
Livers now looking to get into double figures for the game. She does.
See if Henry Clay turns up the pressure here a little bit.
Cooley, good catch.
Yep.
Back to Demas. That's the value of having 3 seniors on the floor.
Yep.
And the junior Gibbons timeout. Allison Denton with 4:12 to go. And we'll have an opportunity to see this Lafayette team again in a few weeks. They'll take on Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Really, they're the 2 best public school teams in the city.
That'd be a nice game. That'd be a really, really nice game.
It'll be at Paul Lawrence Dunbar, a part of a doubleheader that night, a girls-boys doubleheader. Lafayette, Mike, both boys and girls doing very well this year.
Yeah, they both have really, really nice teams this year. They could see if Henry Clay on defense, it's going to come a time where they're not going to be able to stay zone. They're going to maybe have to come out and play man on Lafayette here, or maybe come out and have some more traps. That might have been one of the reasons Coach Denton took a time there just to get her girls prepared, maybe for the man defense, or say, hey, girls, they're going to come after you here with the trap. Be ready to come to the middle, catch the ball, protect it.
Good point. We'll be looking to see if that happens coming out of this timeout. Coach Eric Sanford plotting out strategy for the final 4 minutes.
Now, Coach Sanford's kids play hard.
They do.
They're playing hard. They just have a hard time tonight on the offensive end against Lafayette's defense. But, again, a lot of teams are going to have trouble with Lafayette's defense.
I mean, yeah, especially here in the fourth quarter, they have really looked like the number 6 team in the state. Nagahiro back to Demas. Picked up by Livers. Man, Livers is quick.
Yeah, just beat him right back down the floor. That was a big basket there for Henry Clay.
And the foul is on Kenyale Demas, so Livers will be at the line for a three-point play.
Yeah, that was a big trip there for Henry Clay.
Talia Livers now with 12 in the game. Lee cut to 11. Chance to cut it to 10. And another free throw for Livers. 5 of 6 tonight. Over to Cooley. Demas pulls up. Won't go. Rebound Green.
And Henry Clay making a little bit of a run here.
And a 3 would really help.
Nice pass.
And Boyd finishes it all for the Lady Blue Devils. Give the assist to Nikisha Green.
Yeah, that was some excellent ball movement there by Henry Clay.
Lee cut to 8. Nagahiro in trouble. Pankins bails her out. Pankins all the way. A left-hander misses. Rebound Livers.
I kind of rushed that. Wasn't probably the best shot right there.
3:12 to go, so this never say die Henry Clay bunch trying to make a run here in the final 3 minutes. They've cut a 13-point lead to 8, Mike, and they have the basketball.
Well, I'm sure Coach Denton is telling her kids right now, let's think about time and situation. We're up 8 or 10 points. We don't need to be rushing the shot right now. They have to come get us. They kind of played into Henry Clay's hands the last 2 possessions, taking really quick shots.
Davis bumped by Givens, and they'll shoot the bonus. So now Henry Clay's outstanding free throw shooting could come into play. 13 of 16 from the line tonight. Thomas checks back in for Lafayette. And back in for Henry Clay. Boyd 15 and Green 22.
And then just what a big difference Thomas makes. She's out of the game for probably 2 minutes, and Henry Clay scores, I believe, like 6 points.
Yeah, good point. Kerrigan Davis 3 of 3 from the line tonight. She has 8.
And this one can cut it to 5. I mean, they're right back in it.
Sure are.
Now, Henry Clay was playing man the last trips without Thomas in there. Let's see if they stick with that.
Into the game, 15, Kamari Boyd replacing Davis. 5-point Lafayette lead. Givens hounded by 2 Henry Clay players. Sanford wants a turnover. Doesn't get it. Demas. Givens nearly loses it. And a foul on Boyd. Davis and Young check back in.
Yeah, Henry Clay on a 9-0 run.
Wow. You are right. 9-0 run. They trail by 4. Thomas at the line. She's 1 of 4 from the line tonight. And 1 of 5. That looked good, though.
Yep. Yes, big box out here.
Sure is. Thomas hits the second one.
Yeah, that's a big shot there by Thomas.
5-point Lafayette lead with 2:38 to go. Joyce running the attack for Henry Clay.
Lafayette extending their pressure.
Livers to Joyce. 2:25 to go. Joyce cut off. Richmond back to Davis. In the corner to Joyce. And Joyce can't get it to go down, and a big rebound by Cooley. And the foul on Livers. 2:08 to go. That was a big miss for Henry Clay. It was a good look.
Yeah, tough shot. Baseline runner. Really, really one of the toughest shots in basketball.
So
but you're right, not a bad look.
Cooley back to the line. Cooley, 3 of 5 tonight. 15 points, leading all scorers. 6 rebounds. And that rolls out on him.
Yeah, that's big for Lafayette here down the stretch. Last 2 minutes, you got to hit the free throws because Henry Clay's going to foul you. And you're getting 2. There's no more bonus for you.
Look good on the second one, Cooley. 6-point lead. Henry Clay needs a big bucket here. Approaching 2 minutes left in the game. Richmond back to Davis to Livers. Livers is a slasher. Trying to get a screen from Young, but David Givens picks up the foul.
Yeah, if you're Lafayette, that's again, don't want to foul, put them on the line, stop the clock. Again, Coach Sanford doing a nice job subbing offense for defense on the dead balls.
Sure is. Talea Livers, 5 of 6 from the line. She has 13 in the game. Short, rebound Cooley.
Well, that's a big miss there.
Minute 40 to go. Pankins to Givens. 90 seconds to go. Thomas muscles in for 2 at the line for a 3-point play.
Yeah, when she gets it right there and you're playing behind her, that's almost impossible to stop.
Thomas in double figures with 10. 8-point lead for Lafayette, a minute 29 to go.
I'm sure Coach Denton told her girls it's either layups or free throws right now. No more 15-footers or things like that.
Thomas misses the free throw. Joyce quickly the other way. Livers puts up a shot, doesn't get the bounce. Thomas gets the board. And I think we have a foul. What's the call? Foul is on Hannah Young, 33. And Thomas will go back to the line.
Only 2 of 7 from the line tonight.
2 of 7, 8 points, 9 rebounds for Thomas. So, Mike, this game has had some ebbs and flows.
Yep.
Lafayette got out to a big lead. Henry Clay back, took the lead themselves. And then Henry Clay went into a long dry spell. Lafayette got a big lead. Then Henry Clay comes rushing back, but it looks like Lafayette is going to prevail.
Yeah, they're pulling it back out here. This will put them back up 10.
Thomas gets both free throws. And it's a 10-point lead with a minute 17 to go. Thomas in double figures with 10. Joyce, oh my!
Yeah, nice drive. That's the kind of play they need. Come down on the offensive end, score in about 5 seconds and get a time.
Kiki Joyce with a nice move.
Yeah, I got to give Henry Clay's kids a lot of credit. I mean, when it was 40-27, they could have just packed it in, and really it could have turned into a 20-point blowout. But I believe they cut it to 4.
Cut it to 4. I mean, they were scoreless, Mike,
Yep.
for nearly 12 minutes.
It was a long time. It was a real long time.
And, you know, they could have just packed it in, but they didn't.
Yeah.
To their credit, they didn't.
Yeah, Lafayette came down about 3 or 4 possessions and rushed it. They took Thomas out of the game a little bit. I think she got her 4th foul. Came down and rushed 2 or 3 shots, and Henry Clay came down and took advantage. Lafayette's done a nice job that last possession getting it into Thomas. Again, when she gets it on the block, it's almost forget it. She's either going to get fouled or she's going to score. Again, let's see what Henry Clay does here on the defensive end and who they foul. Who do they want Lafayette shooting at the line?
All right, so it's an 8-point Lafayette lead. They came into this game 8-1 on the year. Their only loss was in their trip to San Diego over the break. I think they lost to a team from Arkansas. Dee Gibbons will go to the line. The foul is on Joyce. 1:02 to go. Gibbons, big third quarter. She has 8 now in the game, looking to get it to 9 here on the second free throw. She does.
Yeah, it's 2 big free throws there.
Lead back to 10.
And Henry Clay needs a look really quick here.
Yeah.
They need to get up at 3, and penetrate and get on the free throw line.
Near steal by Gibbons. They throw it away, though. Henry Clay throws it away. Davis and Young will take a seat once again, and Gibbons will put it into play with 45 seconds to go. Oh, nice back tip.
Sure was.
Boyd. Nice move past Gibbons. Can't finish.
Boy, that's a really nice crossover there. Just didn't finish the play.
Gibbons throws it away. 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, Lafayette getting a little sloppy here at the ball.
Oh, Livers can't get it to drop. Henry Clay keeps it with 18 seconds to go. Richmond putting it into play. Boyd. Richmond blocked by Thomas. And we're under 10 seconds now. Livers lays it in for the final points of the game. And the Lafayette Lady Generals go to 9-1 on the year, knocking off crosstown rival Henry Clay 48-40. Mike Fannin?
Hard-played game, Dick. I mean, again, it's a tale of just runs. I mean, if you're Henry Clay, I was impressed with how their grit and hanging in there tonight. Because, again, like I said, when they were down 40-27, they could easily toss the towel in. But they hung in there and cut it to 4. They just had a hard time shooting the ball tonight. Lafayette, man, they're going to be hard to beat in this region, this district. Again, their length, their defense, that zone is really, really tough to handle.
It turned the game around.
Yeah. Yeah,
it really did.
They had that one run there in the fourth quarter where they got some steals. When they, the first half they played their zone a little bit more passively. That third quarter they kind of came out. They started trapping out there on the wings, out on the corners of the defense, and got some turnovers. And it was such a difference in the game when Thomas was in there. When she was out of the game, Henry Clay really made some nice runs. I mean, and that's something, again, as a coach, Coach Denton, this is a good teaching experience for her kids because, you're going to say, hey, there may be times she gets in foul trouble and we've got to play without her. And that's just something they'll just learn and try to get better at. But I think both teams really, really played hard.
And that we would expect for a city game. So next week we'll be at Paul Lawrence Dunbar, Henry Clay and the Bulldogs. How do you see that one?
Had a big good game. Anytime, like you said, anytime we get some city games going on, they're going to be tough. They're going to be exciting. Ask all the fans out there to come out and watch the game.
Well, just to go over final stats real quickly, individually, Cooley and Thomas down low. Mike came up big. Combined 26 points, 18 rebounds. Steve Evans 9.7 rebounds. Kiera Pankins 8 and 4. And for Henry Clay, I mean, Livers was outstanding. 15 points for her, and Davis, Kerrigan Davis, 9 points in a supporting role.
Yeah, Lafayette zone. That was the difference. It just makes it tough on you to score.
All right, that wraps things up from Henry Clay. Our thanks to camera person up top, Linda Daugher. WL Stats for providing us real-time stats. Mike Fannin, nice to be working with you again.
Good.
Looking forward to next week.
I am too.
And so for Mike, Linda, and WL Stats, I'm Dick Simpson saying so long from Henry Clay. The final score, once again, Lafayette 48, Henry Clay 40. Good night, everybody.